Oh, as per usual, things never go right the first time I try to do anything. So server, for whatever reason, went down crazily. Or not the server, sorry. Internet went down for whatever reason. So hopefully it doesn't do that again. As soon as I got back on, I was able to level up our skills because we did level up before. And if it wasn't for Fitz the first time with a wolf that killed us, we ended up dying because of the lag anyway. So, you know, hardcore purposes, we're going to have to redo it at some point anyway. But, that being said, we did pick up a total of 3 new skills. We picked up Electrocute. That was that skill I was trying to remember earlier. So when we get something down low enough in health, we can pop that. And then we got 2 new buffs that we can do. We got Armor Contribution from all items is increased by 100% and increases our spell haste by 3%, which is nice. And we picked up Call of the Storm. Call upon the power of the storm to empower an allied player, or ourselves, increasing their intellect by 3 for 30 minutes. So we have 2 really nice buffs. We do have that staff we need to equip as well. We'll do that as soon as we take this guy down. There we go. Let's equip that. So, I will definitely try a different character at some point for the hardcore challenge. Seeing as our guy unfortunately did not make it. Oh, I see a pyromancer next to it. No, that's a blood mage. That's a blood mage right there. I thought it was a pyromancer. I could have sworn I saw him throwing a fireball. We're gonna help him out. Plus it helps us, so. Okay, let's get the heck out of Dodge. So, I do apologize, everybody, for the fact that the internet decided to crash, as I suspected that it probably would have been. I don't know what that says, but okay. Sorry, I'm usually in a group with people doing, COD, and that group chat is buzzing. That's how I know Devin's not going to be on, because he's in that group chat. And so I'm sure he is playing COD right now with a bunch of people. 33, 39, there we go. We want as much money as quickly as possible.
What is it?
Y'all know the drill. We can't wear it and we can't disenchant it. We are going to sell it because we want to work on tailoring as much as possible. You'll notice that my Hearthstone is on cooldown because we died over here and it teleported us here. So, I didn't feel like trying to run through all the hostiles that are up there and then coming back down the hill, so. Now, unfortunately, this is not one where it's just tagged the stuff. We actually have to get the kill. Or we have to get the first hit on it. Crap. We're gonna die. Told you. Whew. I should have just pulled that lady out of that encampment to start with, but there was nobody in the encampment, so I was actually running to go get that shield, because that would have been some good money for us. Alright, let's mana and heal up real quick. Let's grab out our... Let's go enchant. Tailoring, we can work on that here in just a minute. quite take her out. Our hit rating is terrible. What's up, Elijah? Oh, what's up, Elijah? Hopefully the internet lasts a little bit longer than it did just a minute ago. This would be nice. Starting to get to the part where we have a pretty good way of getting our mana back up to cap. I'm hoping this does not pull the other guy. Oh, good. Bad for us collecting items, but good for not having to worry about accidentally pulling something that we don't pull yet. There's all 12. We can get back to town now. We gotta get this guy to 60 as quickly as possible. So we may, since we can't do the hardcore challenge because this guy died already, maybe when we hit 15, if people are doing dungeons, which I'm sure they will be, we can spam dungeons. Because I'll bet you tonight and tomorrow is going to be dungeons. Capital, you know. 48, 48. 48, so they're all 48, so...
Beware.
That gave us free water, too.
This had better be good. Beware.
We're close to leveling. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. We won't be able to make any gear, which is really, really crazy. We won't be able to do the profession too much until we get to Brill, where we can buy some of the stuff. But hopefully we have enough to level us. There we go. Pull up that. So that got us to level 5. I don't think we have any other skills to upgrade. Nope. That's fine. That's fine. At this point, we're just trying to level as quickly as we can. So we may end up finishing here and doing the new little quote-unquote new quest area, and then we may book it over to Valley of Trials anyway, even though that one's probably going to be a lot crazier over there. Just because we know that questing area a lot more efficiently. This is going to be a bummer, because he's got all 3 of his people up. Alright, we're just going to try and lift him down before we die, because we are definitely going to die. Nope. God. Well, if we didn't bite the dust earlier, we definitely would have bitten the dust there. Problem is we don't have any gear. I mean, like, we're running bare minimum gear here. Like, if I can get this guy by himself, I think we can take him. I knew that was coming. But we got the items, so that's all that I cared about. I didn't realize I didn't have my book out because we had died. So that was about to be terrible, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go turn this in, and then we just have everything up here. And then, while I'm thinking about it, we're gonna go in here, scroll all the way to the bottom, go up. Oh man, they redid everything. Man, all this stuff got shuffled. Where's our scroll? I know we have it. Where's my travel permit? Here. There we go. That can go down here.
What would you ask of death?
Go with that.
Watch your back. Farewell.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, taking all those guys out, we didn't get any linen out of it. Oh well. It's fun seeing that other people understand that without heirloom gear, you really do have to do the bouncing around stuff. So, like, that's why we've seen some Taran. So, that's controls over here. Yeah, really? I'm not sure how I made you mad. Okay.
I have exactly what you need.
And put on our buffs again. And keep on going. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot this direction we really need to do. As far as, like, collecting stuff. If we can get down here while other people are doing the bodies, it'll be great. So we can just tag them, too. down here because I saw somebody go down here. At least I thought I saw somebody go down here. Okay. Really, all I want to do is help somebody else do it. Oh, it didn't give it to me, so I gotta do it as well. Dang. Thank you. They are playing a witch hunter. Oh, that got it to us. Nice. I'm not sure why the other one didn't, but... I'm not sure how I pulled that aggro, but alright. Real question is how far does the aggro range go on these guys? Like, he's still following me. There he goes.
Speak quickly. And you, be quick about your business. What now?
And you are.
Alright.
Oh.
From a level 3. Like, we're level 5. We're 2 levels higher than this guy, and we were getting smacked. Oh, man. Bro, why are we not doing any damage? Y'all see that, right? Like, I'm throwing my thunderbolts and they're not doing anything, man. Jeez. We still need one more zombie. Like, golly, I cannot imagine. There's all those. We need a bear. This is probably gonna hurt. Oh, look, we missed. Rune Master, Witch Doctor. There we go. Get us through, man. buff everybody up. Bonus XP? Oh, somebody's using an aura. Ooh. Once we start doing dungeons, I'm probably going to get us an aura of XP as well. Or we just might wait for like the hardcore stuff until after we hit max level with something, so. Rune Master, you better be on top of your A game, because there's a ton of people here waiting for this guy. Oh, of course, I'm gonna grab both. I can't take on two of those dudes at one time. Let's see if I can run past them. With that. I don't know if I can take down the dog. Got people working on ghouls. As long as I can pull one, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Do we got anybody up here in our group doing the demo? If I do, they didn't get the tag. Thanatos. People are PvPing down here? Like, what the heck? Are you in my group? Yeah. There's a star caller out here somewhere. I just saw his ability going off. I still need 2 more ghouls. I need Domo's key, and then I need to run upstairs. One more ghoul, Domo, and then the 2 stuff upstairs, and then I'll be able to do the deal downstairs too. Oh, people are leaving my group. Come on. Sun Cleric? Vow of Radiance. Now we go upstairs, get our last 2 pieces, and then we can head all the way downstairs so that we can get that done. What the heck is this? That's a new World Forged item. At least I don't remember seeing it there before. One of y'all have to tell me if it is or is not, I guess.
And what is it?
What the? I hope I can make it back before they kill it. There we go. I got down the stairs right as it finished its flame breath, and it insta-killed me. Now we leave party. Okay.
What is it? Embrace the shadow. What do you require?
Not better, but it is worth more money.
What do you require?
Hello.
Alright, so we got a back piece. We got a womp with int on it. Nice. That gives me attack power, which is meh. Spirit, spell, power, and crit versus 2 int. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to run to Brill now, because we've got 2 quests to turn in Brill. Dang, look at that. I didn't get to do any damage, but the auto shot from their bow did 99 damage. Their Dark Slayer did 85 damage. Dawn Blade, 74. Their regular melee did 60. The least damaging ability they threw that entire fight was Shadow Blast for 24 damage. Rune Master did some pretty darn good damage. And then that's a cultist for some damage there too. And we insta-died, so we didn't even get to do anything. Let's see. Call lightning, shock, and there's our heal. Sweet!
I'm listening.
There we go. Quest number 3 that we can turn in when we get into town. That's a bag. Can't sell it. Don't need it.
Speak quickly.
Fields of Grief. I'm not going to pick up that quest yet. Because what I think I'm going to do is run to Brill, get our mount, and then use our travel permit to get us over into the Valley of Trials. That quest is really supposed to be, yeah, alright. And then, Gordo isn't here anymore, he's all the way near town. And the problem is the cart's not here to get me into town faster. So I have to start running. And I'll bet you anything what's going to happen is if they have the carts running like they normally do, that cart is probably already all the way back at town. So I'm going to have to wait. If I wanted to use a cart, I would have to wait for it to get all the way down here for me to then use it to then get all the way back. By the time I would get there by running, it will probably make its way back, so. Bummer there, but we are level 6. 4 more levels, we get to pick our spec. I'm thinking because we're able to do dungeons this time, instead of just doing the normal hardcore stuff, I think what we're going to end up doing is going Lightning instead of Maelstrom. Maelstrom's really good early on for single target, right? I want to focus on this guy, bam, 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 he's gone, right? Eventually, it does get some pretty powerful AoE stuff, but not a lot, because it's designed for single target, right? Whereas the Lightning spec is designed specifically for AoE fights. That's what I think we're going to do. And we're going to use it to get more levels and use it for our dungeons. It will have some single target, but it's designed primarily for AoE. So I think that's the way we're going to go with it when we hit 10. Hopefully we can get into like a Mana Storm or something of that nature. But we will see. And again, I have no idea how long I'm going to go tonight. Easily, probably a couple more hours, but we will definitely look into it and see. But what this made me realize that retail is missing this meaningful progression. I don't know what you mean by that, Dusty.
I haven't got
There's a
all day.
lot, in my opinion, that
What is it?
I think retail misses.
I am forsaken. Time
not
will
just.
Victory for Sylvanas. Beware our enemies found.
50p mounts. Nope. There we go. Thunder. My Storm Griffin. Retail WoW compared to this crawl of leveling. Yeah. So if we had our heirlooms, we'd be leveling a lot faster. If I was using a scroll, we'd be leveling a lot faster. A potion, any of that kind of stuff. But base level, we're at like, I want to say 1.3, I think was the
I'm listening.
XP rate
Do
that we
not
get
seek
for being in here. Make that our home
I
now.
haven't got all day.
And she's now bugged.
Goodbye. Dark Lady, watch over you.
There we go. Okay. And then we're going to use this right here, and we're going to Valley of Trials. But yes,
What do you need?
I agree. The leveling is a little bit of a nightmare. We figured that out in Bronzebeard very early on. And because we don't have access to heirlooms like we normally would, it's going to be the same case here. I think it's a little ridiculous that we don't get to use our heirlooms since we're still technically in PTR. We just went from alpha to beta.
Blood and thunder.
It is what it
Go
is.
forth to victory.
We'll eventually get there. It's not that big of a deal, so rank up our spell.
Strength and honor. Mokra.
Speak, friend. May your blades never dull. Oogie dogie.
We've picked up all the quests that I can get. Complete the ones I can do here in town real quick. Actually, let's move all that down, bro. One thing I do miss from retail, just to let you know, Dusty, is number one, being able to play with controller. I wish I had that ability here, so that I could like relax and just like kick back and play. The other thing that I really miss is the dynamic targeting, so that if I get close to a person like this and I have the item, I can just hit, you know, triangle or hit the item itself and just automatically use it if I'm near a target that needs that particular item. So that's one thing I missed from retail that they've added. So I'm going to do this in the normal order that you would get these quests in had we started here. So, taking out the pig, getting the poison, go taking out the big scorpion, go putting those in, if you have those, the little scorpion. That kind of thing. Just trying to get as much as we can done as quickly as possible. So all the pigs are done. We could do the peons. I'm not too worried about that stuff right now. Level 3 orc cultist. I'm curious to know if the cultists are still going to be the #1 played class. Because when I was getting videos done for everything, I'm going to come run and grab this guy real quick.
I can do that.
Cultists seemed to be like the #1 class to play because it had a phenomenal tank, it had a phenomenal DPS healer, and it had phenomenal DPS, whether you were playing a mage or melee. It was just phenomenal all around. So I'm wondering how well they balanced that out so it wasn't just the Omni class to play. So we'll see there. I know there was a little bit of diversity with the bigger guilds, but all in all, it felt like if you weren't playing a cultist, you weren't going to make it very far doing anything outside of just leveling to 60. And doing like regular 5-man and heroics. Like if you wanted to do mythics, you were kind of SOL if you didn't have at least a tank or a healer that was a cultist in your group. I mean, it just, I don't know. They made it seem like cultist was the way they wanted everybody to go, kind of thing. So I don't know. Come on, Sarkov. I need you to spawn faster, please. Okay, while we wait. Oh. There he is. Okay, that's done. Let's go turn it in. Quest item. Because like I said, I'm gonna try to do this the way I normally would do it had we started level 1 here. Which is you go do the pigs, you grab the plant, and if you have at least one other person helping you. Dude, those are dope swords for that. That was a fell sword. If you're able to take down Sarkov, he's level 4. If you know your class really well, or you have the ability to do it, you can do it at level 2. So I highly recommend it, but I mean, it is what it is. But that's typically the way I go about it, is I go do the pigs, I grab the flower, I go grab the Sarkov quest, turn in the Sarkov quest, so that way I can come down here, grab this. It's going to be the dangerous sample, requires you to go into that cave. He's going to give me the scorpids, and then I think right after that is when I get the quest for the apples as well. I'm new to Ascension. I'm playing the classless realm right now, but I can't wait to play.
Sug.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If you are in the Discord for CoA,
For the Horde.
They will be dropping the codes to get in relatively soon. And the question is Thunder's voice? Yep, Thunder's voice lets me turn it on here too. Nice. Level 7. We don't have any skill ups for level 7, but we can go over here and grab the apple stuff. In general chat, I think it is going to be in general chat. Also, if you know anyone that plays CoA, they have access to, or they'll have one code that they can give out. I have an invite that I can give. I just don't know how I want to do it. I think it would be, I want to come up with a fair way to do a giveaway for that invite to CoA. I'm going to think about it. Tomorrow while I'm at work. I'm going to try to come up with a reasonable and fair way of giving away access to CoA to somebody. Since I have that, and I don't know of anybody else that I personally know that wants access to CoA. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, I have the access, I could give the access away, I just don't know how I want to do it. So I gotta figure that out, and then once I figure that out, I will let you guys know how to get access to CoA. And then outside of that, depending on how well the server continues to do, I may also do like CP giveaways so that people can buy their access in, kind of thing. Or if they want, you know, mounts or something over on the live servers for when this does eventually go live, they can do that. I got it there right now. When this goes to the live server, I'm going to need so much stuff when it comes to like heirlooms and like gear looks and stuff like that. I'm gonna need a ton. So I've bought so much stuff for when it was already retro. I've bought so much stuff for this game that in order for me to get it on the live server, I'm gonna have to rebuy it all. We need 2 more tails to go with Theon. So we're going to need to turn that in so we can get the last quest inside the cave. But I'm going to finish the orbit and then, oh, I was trying to do call we got to do the Vile Familiars before we go back to town. Where do you put the key into when they hand out 3 keys in Discord? I don't think they're keys. I think they're just general, well, to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure on that because I haven't tried. I don't know if it's going to just be, like, you click on it and, like, we can figure this out together. Let me, boom. Let's go to store for giggle. Well, actually, what we would need to do. Let's go account details. Go here. I would assume it would go under here, because, like, see how it says I have this? I wonder if it's, like, under your account details or any of that kind of stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but I would assume that it's somewhere in here. So, I don't know. That would definitely be a DM question. Like get one of the devs to answer that question, or a helper in the Discord. My thing is I've been trying to get those guys to talk to me for a while now. I thought I had a pretty good relationship with the dev team, and then all of a sudden, it's like I got ghosted. They weren't answering any of my questions. They wouldn't respond back to any of my messages. And so, like, I kind of just gave up. I was like, okay, obviously, I'm not part of the cool kid community anymore. Let's head back to town, turn all this in. We've got a sword that we can pick up right there. a staff that we can pick up right here, which is the staff we're already wearing. So it may not, yeah, it won't let us pick it up because we're wearing it. Where do you put the key? Oh. That's weird. That popped up over there, and then it just popped up on my other chat bar. Okay. Grove Instincts restores 5 mana every 5 seconds, so it's 1 mana a second. We couldn't just say 1 mana per second. Okay, we're gonna go turn this in. We're gonna turn in whatever we can that's here, and then we get to go in the cave and do all that stuff.
Strength. Go forth to victory.
I doubt we hit 8 turning these in. Love that bear.
Strength and honor. Fight well, friend.
Got our rep up though.
Thrall Hall. For the Horde.
Free food. What's up, very easy?
What do you need? Strength.
Almost got to level 8 by doing that one. And apparently I forgot to turn in Apothecary Flemmer, which is fine. I'm going to... This is in Death Knell. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and abandon it. Sir, which class is like a melee duelist with lifesteal? Rogue. Rogue. I've been playing too much Bronzebeard. That's gonna be a Reaper. It has a specific dual-wielding class that's like a rogue, and several of its abilities will have the ability to steal life. Rune Master's pretty good. We started playing the, I believe it was the dual wield Rune Master, and we started playing that because the Spellcaster required Spirit, and at the time we were using heirloom gear, and there is no heirloom gear with Spirit. So we kind of nixed that build right off the rip because we were losing damage anyway. Then we tried the two-handed build, and it felt too slow for us. And so then we went to the melee one, and that was really nice. We had some stealth. We had some really big hits with the dual wield. But yeah, man, if you're looking for one that can dual wield and has life steal, the two classes that come to mind is going to be the Reaper if you're looking strictly for like steal, or you have the Blood Mage that has a hybrid melee caster build, or you can go the tank build, which has a lot of life steal in it. And you get to look like a Worgen, which is a lot of people's favorite class anyway. It's like great. So being able to be a Worgen is pretty dope. Yeah, so Reaper has incredible mobility. Let me die, game. Really? Please, let him have one free health point left. And I'm bleeding right now. Alright, let's do this. So Reaper's gonna have highest mobility with the other two prereqs that you wanted. Melee, duelist. So I highly recommend, if you're wanting to go with those kinds of things, go Reaper, go the dual wield. You've got stealth. While you're in stealth, you have a blink ability that does a ton of damage. And then it's an all-around fun class. I'm not a huge fan of melee, and I like it. I'm 100% a spellcaster at heart, which is crazy because when I first started playing World of Warcraft, back in my retail days, I was a firm, like, melee or nothing kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like, my first characters were a paladin, a warrior, and a bear druid were my first characters I ever made. And then somewhere along the line, I was like, I want to go spellcaster, and then I did Boomkin Druid, and then I went, let's see, after the Boomkin, I tried a mage, not a fan of mage, and then, I think I stayed Boomkin until the Death Knight came out, and then I went back to melee, did the Death Knight. By the time I got bored of the Death Knight, the Demon Hunters came out. So then I went Demon Hunter, and then got bored with Diablo until Dragonflight came out, and then I went Evoker and was like, wow, the Evoker is a dope class. And then that went down, let's see, I got done with the Evoker, and then I didn't play again until Midnight release. So I'm not, like, that's what's crazy about me, though. Like, I'm a huge fan of casters, not so much melee, so if I think I have fun playing a Reaper, I legit had fun playing the dang Reaper. It was a lot of fun. So close to level 8, man. I see we got to the part where we start losing stats again. I'm gonna try Rune Master, and then if I don't like it, yeah. I mean, look, Rune Master is really good too. It's got a duel, it just doesn't have the lifesteal portion of it. I don't feel like they're as fast as a Reaper in terms of mobility. But they are a powerful dual-wielding class. Just so you guys know, my goal is to play all 21 classes on stream at some point, get them all to max level, and then do build videos for everybody, for all of their specs, whether it's tank, heal, support, DPS, melee, ranged, whatever. I am not a fan of PvP, so it probably will never be a PvP DPS checklist or tank checklist or any of that kind of stuff, because I'm terrible at it, and I feel like there's other people out there that stream the PvP stuff or put out guides for PvP stuff because they're better at it. So just keep that in mind. Like, yes, as much as I would love to be able to give you PvP content, I'm so trash at PvP, y'all would probably laugh and be like, holy crap, this guy's never played video games in his life. But I'm just stupid terrible at it. Alright, so we just hit level 8, so we've got some skills that we can do before we head back out and do the new stuff for this area.
Your blades never dull.
I know I keep saying new stuff. It's not really new. It's been out for a while now. Get all those achievements for the Marks of Ascension, or Runes of Ascension. Alright. Train, train, train. You say it's okay until you watch me do a PvP sesh, and then you're gonna be like, holy cow. This guy was not lying about being garbage. Alright, so we got Storm Alert. This is a fear that we can cast if need be. More importantly, we got a Conjure Thunder Brew. This gives us infinite mana and food. Which is awesome. And then we have Conjure Storm. Let's see if our macros are still here. Ooh, yes, buddy, it is. Alright. So check this out. I'm actually going to drop that. We're going to take Whirlpool off because we don't have access to it. And then I'm going to put Conjure Storm right there. And now, anywhere I put my mouse, as long as it's within range of being able to use Conjure Storm, when we hit 50... Ooh. I didn't realize Conjure Storm took 50 static. That's a little gross. But anywhere I have my cursor now, I can pop Conjure Storm, and it will throw Conjure Storm in that area. That macro is incredibly useful. I have several macros for the Stormbringer. That's like how up there I was with the Stormbringer. I've had so much fun playing the Stormbringer. I used to have a ton of macros for the Fellsworn, but they massively changed how the Fellsworn worked before it left out. And so it was one of those things where it's like, there's no point in me using macros because of the way they changed how the skills work, and then it was just, yeah. All around, it was no bueno. Really? Good skills keep missing.
Talk to what you want.
All right. Okay, now we're going into that cave right there. There's 2 main quests that we actually do here in this cave. And then, so we're almost done with the Valley of Trials, which is nice. So we turn this in, then he'll give us 2 quests. And holy cow. That's what I thought. Somebody's down here nuking everything. So we need a snake spirit, a bat spirit, a spider spirit, and then we gotta take out a big guy dude down at the bottom. You know, if they were to increase the drop rate on these things, it'd make it so much easier to get these spirits so that you wouldn't have to take out as many things. nothing. Jeez Louise. My book's not out, so maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Cultist is such a shadow creature. It's crazy. I don't know if homeboy is gonna follow me still. Insane. Come on. Can we please give me the spider essence? There's the serpent, so I just need spiders. Ow, snap. No. Bud. I've never had to take out this many spiders. What the crap? there is a really good spellcaster test piece. Right here. Sinister Guard. That gives us 4 intellect, so... Okay, be careful, you can accidentally go into the dungeon here, which I still think is funny. And that dude is just a tag, I think, still. There we go. We're done. Let's go turn in all of this. Whew. Now my friend Devin's wanted to go Pyromancer. Pyro's pretty cool. I'm a little irritated that they got rid of the Drakthir form on the Pyromancer. I missed that jump. That's terrible. So I think that was a bad decision on their part, because now the only class that has a shapeshift ability, there's 2. There's Blood Mage, because their tank form gets the werewolf, and then there's the Blood Mage because they have, Blood Mage gets several. They get the werewolf, and then they have their gargoyle form for their hybrid. And then the Venomancer also has... Ow. Now, I do know at one point Venomancer was like the top healing class, like, period. You wanted to be a healer, you went Venomancer, and then the cultists somehow took it from them, which is crazy to think about. Never grab one, I'm not grabbing that. Then you just wait for him to respawn. There's wind. Go ahead. For water. I grab wind. Earth. There we go. Now we get to do the really dumb, super long run all the way back to town. Lucky for us, have a mount. Now the real question is do we leave the troll witch doctor in our party? And I think no. He was beneficial and helpful while we were down there. But we actually lose XP when we turn in stuff, sadly, by being in a party. Like, the XP drop is a little ridiculous in my opinion. Like, you shouldn't lose XP just to be in a party. Like, I get mathematically you're splitting the XP between multiple people and yada yada, but it just does not make sense to me.
And honor. Thrall Hall. Lotar.
And then he has 2 more quests. A Knight of Azeroth. Those things hit like a truck. I mean, they smash a dude in the face, they're gonna feel it. Problem that I have with the Knight of Azeroth is they go so slow. What's up, Carl Pilking? I hope I said your name correctly. Apologies if I did not, but what's going on there, Carl? Welcome to the guild. Welcome to the channel. Alright, we got Devo Cage we gotta take out now. And I think my sinus medicine is starting to wear off. I was just saying, Knight of Azeroth hits super, super hard. It's just a very slow attacking start out. And for a good long while. Oh, this is not good. Oh, I'm gonna die again. Please stop attacking me. I knew that was coming. But they hit really hard, which is great, but unless they've made changes to it, it just attacks too slow for me, especially for a melee character. Melee characters should feel fast. Is it still way louder than me? Golly, I lowered it way down. Alright, I lowered it some more. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, they just, like, they hit fat, or they hit really slow, they just hit really gosh darn hard. And we can put that over there, I guess. We actually no longer need water, because this goes here now. Thoughts on Witch Hunter or your favorite or least favorite class? So, let's start with Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter is a really good class. It's well-rounded for what it is. It's got a tank spec, it's got a DPS spec. Both do considerable amounts of damage, especially depending on which way you want to go with it for the DPS. But all in, it is a solid class. Now, as far as my favorite to least favorite, I would say my favorite, obviously, is Stormbringer. I love this class. It does a ton of damage. It's got a good boss killer build. It's got a great AoE dungeon raid build. I mean, it's got it all. I'm not a fan of its support role. I feel like it has a place probably in raids, but it just gets completely outshined by both Maelstrom and Lightning, that I just don't understand why you would want to lower your damage altogether to do either one of those builds. Or to do the wind build, rather. Least favorite, as of right now, I would have to say is most likely the Chronomancer. It's a good class, don't get me wrong. It is a phenomenal class. I'm not a fan of it. It's probably because I play it wrong, or played it wrong. Nope. Thanks for the heal. Whew. There we go. Got that. Oh wait, no, that's Claw. We can use that. There we go. Chrono looked cool. Look, here's the thing. It's probably a fantastic class. I probably was just playing it wrong, if I'm being honest. But as far as that goes, it's my least favorite. But yeah, I mean, all the classes have their little quirks that I like and dislike. But all in all, I think each class is very good. It's very unique. I wish they'd stop messing with some of them, but fair enough. Any insights on professions? Right now, professions are about to be our best friend because we don't have access to our heirloom gear. I wish the professions could make you money like it does in retail. It would make them more viable, in my opinion, because at least on Rexar, back when it was alpha, there was no reason to do professions. As soon as you hit 10, you could start doing mana storms. Once you got done with mana storms, you could do dungeons. So you weren't really using it for leveling, and then when you hit max level, you can do daily quests, and that gives you plenty of gear. So unless you were trying to do it for specific reasons, like getting the upgrades that you can get in here, I don't have them unlocked yet, but getting the upgrades to bump your gear up one tier, same thing with like enchants and things like that. You were really trying to min-max your character. There wasn't really a reason for professions. I'm trying to find out if there is a way, because there are random vendors that have high-end... What? Oh, is it because I already have that cloak? Oh, I have that cloak equipped. Here. We can fix that. I can't turn in that quest while I still have that piece of gear.
What can I help you with?
We're just gonna sell all this nonsense. And delete that. There we go. Now we can turn it all back in. But yeah, I think at top tier, professions are really good. But they're not like they used to be, like in retail, where you could use it to make money super early on, right? Because I can remember in retail, if I needed to make money, the fastest way to do it as you're leveling is pick up mining and pick up skidding. Because you can sell all of that material as you're questing and doing levels and stuff like that. You could sell all that jazz into the auction house and make at least several thousand gold. Just selling all that stuff. You didn't have to worry about professions. Because there were people that were leveling professions that had plenty of gold that didn't want to go out and farm the stuff. They were just going to buy the stuff. No, we missed the cart. Dang it. We did hit level 9, so that's a plus. Oh. Okay, we missed both carts. What the? Hello? Backseat babe and backseat beauty?
Peace be with you.
What brings you here?
Huh. I think that's a glitch. I don't think those are supposed to be there, y'all. Now, I tell you what. I know I say this a lot, guys. And they don't sponsor me. I wish they would. But if you guys like water like I do, and you're trying to cut back on your caffeine intake, and so you want a more natural caffeine, y'all should be trying bubblers. These things have great flavors. They give you an all-natural energy, so no crash when they start running down, unlike Monsters and Red Bulls and all that stuff where you drink it, and then a couple hours later you're like, I need another one. You know what I mean? And this is coming from the guy that was drinking, like, Anywhere from 6 to 8 monsters a day. A day. You want to talk about how much money I've blown on monster? Jeez. But I was drinking them not for energy. I was drinking them for flavor. I'm gonna have to go get my medicine out of the car here in a minute. This is another thing that they changed that I really liked. They've now got the buff that affects the entire safe zone instead of just the inn.
Blood and thunder.
Stay a while quest real quick.
Stronghold.
So the reason why I run up here instead of going straight for Ascension Village, if you haven't seen my streams before, is there's actually quite a few quests here that we can do while we're down here. Leveling tips, easy. Easy. Doesn't matter if you're Horde or Alliance. Pick up all the quests, and then you wanna really just focus in on one area at a time. If you happen to know where all of the quests can
What
go,
do you need?
that's even better. I wish we had the original Questy add-on that did that for you, Quest Helper. It was a third party. I don't know. I doubt it would work because of all the extra bonus quests that got added in, so I doubt it would work here.
What do you need?
But
For the horde.
yeah, I mean, my biggest recommendation is pick up everything, see where it goes. If you know the quest lines, then just know where you need to go multiple times and stuff like that. Because like when we get over here to the Barrens, right? There's a Harpy quest that you have to do 3 times, and it takes you to the same little spot here. So I pick up everything, and as I'm running out here, I will complete any of those other quests. So as far as questing goes, that's that right there. Always make sure you're picking up gathering professions,
Strength and honor.
so that you can literally just get materials the entire time. So mining, leatherwork, skinning, and herbalism, right? Those 3 professions, any combination of those 2 will always give you extra XP, which makes leveling even faster. And then lastly for leveling, whether you're a DPS, a tank, or a healer, as soon as you have access to mana storms, as long as they've kept those as a thing that we can do in this,
Blood
I
and
highly
thunder.
recommend looking for groups that are doing mana storm runs. If none of them are working, then go and try and do dungeons. Get the I have it here. You want to get the Wondrous Wisdom Ball. This thing is a phenomenal addition. This will give you every dungeon quest there is. I say it all the time, but there are 3 things I highly recommend anyone and everyone gets from the store. Number 1, I highly recommend that you get the Wondrous Wisdom Ball. Make sure you get the Book of Ascension. Artisans is not super important, but you could get it. But the last super important one is Loot Bot. I bought the thing to where I can use any of these and it becomes a Loot Bot. But getting the Loot Bot 3000, when I don't have to waste time running over to everything I've killed to get loot, it makes it so much faster. So, as far as leveling goes, that's what I highly recommend. It's going to make your leveling experience a little bit faster. Professions help. Knowing where quests go help. Just like here, I know that there are quests here in town that I just picked up that allow. Oh, and in fact, looking at my map, I just realized I missed a quest. So I'm gonna go pick that up. So yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit. We've already got break a few eggs. Will it not let me get rid of it? Or is that the... Oh, it's encroachment. Okay. But yeah, so knowing where quests go, so you have like a route plan in mind when you're doing stuff, and then professions. so that while you're out doing stuff, you can gather stuff. This guy's going to be a little odd just because I am doing the enchanting profession as well, because it pairs really well with tailoring. Oop. Like even picking up things like cooking, first aid, fishing, things like that. I don't recommend fishing because it requires you to sit still too long. But any of the other secondary professions, go ahead and pick up. Yeah, Lootbot is... not only does it help speed up the leveling, is there a Skinner? Yes, there is. I don't have it. My only concern with it is if it does not pair with Lootbot. If it can pair with Lootbot, I'm 100% all in, all for it, right? And of course I missed the gizmo there. But I am all for it if it pairs with Lootbot, okay? Because then what I can do is it auto skins for me, right? So if I can use it as the thing I have out that is attached with Lootbot, then it will auto skin and auto loot for me simultaneously, and I'm all for it. I'm gonna get one eventually so that I can test that. Because I also have some videos that I'm going to be working on too, aside from just streaming. We'll work on build videos once we get things up to level 60. We're going to work on like best places to quest, especially when we're not using heirloom gear. Talking about, you know, like dungeons and just everything I can think of that has anything to do with Ascension, specifically for CoA. I'm going to get those builds out as fast as possible. Get those videos out as fast as possible. And we'll go from there. I mean, it really just boils down to what we can get done as quickly as possible. Builds, sadly, are going to take us leveling the character up to 60. And as much as I've begged the dev team to give me or create a server for us content creators that allow us to go in and just have max level characters so I can do it, be great. Unfortunately, they were like, we're not doing that, sorry. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I get that would create, like, they would have to either make a whole team to do that or divert resources from other projects to do that for us. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll eventually get all the classes up to 60. It will go a lot faster when we get our first one to 60.
Talk to me.
That's why we, like, even though I started off as hardcore on this dude, we didn't quite manage to get very far. And so, we'll revisit it later. Is there a... I think there is. I don't think it's the general goods. Is there a trade supply? Yes. I'm gonna pick up the stuff so we can start doing some tailoring real fast. Get 100 of this.
You be careful, man.
Go back into here. Create all. This is going to be the slow part for just half a second, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, go ahead and learn all this nonsense. Forestwood arrow. Huh. There we go. Okay, so these were the upgrade kits that I was talking about earlier. When you're max level, wearing max level gear, you can use the max level upgrade kits to upgrade it up a tier, so that's good. what you think about Blizz shutting down Turtle. How long is it going to be before they come after Ascension? Okay, so couple things. Number one, I think it's really dumb for Blizzard to go after these groups. Okay, first and foremost, I think it's the dumbest thing they can do. But that being said, Turtle kind of asked for it. They went after Turtle themselves, or they went after Blizzard on purpose. They were trying to prove a point, and it kind of backfired on them, if I'm being honest. When you make advertisements that say, hey, you know, we're better than you, yeah, Blizzard's gonna do something at that point. You know what I mean? So, am I shocked they got shut down? No, not at all. Not one iota of me is shocked that happened. Okay? But I still think it's really dumb that Blizzard did that. What they should have done, in my opinion, is they should have went to Turtle WoW and said, hey, look, you're 100% right. You were doing a phenomenal job here, here, and here. How about instead of stealing our stuff, how about you come work for us and make our stuff better, right? The other thing is Turtle WoW could have stayed a lot more under the radar had they not antagonized Blizzard by calling them out like they did. So there's that. As far as going after Ascension, I don't think it will be a thing, because Ascension doesn't purposely go and antagonize Blizzard. They've flown under the radar for so long that unless content like what I make or what some of the other content creators make just happens to massively blow up on a millions of view kind of deal, I don't see it becoming a problem for Ascension. I could be wrong. It could be in the pipeline for Blizzard right now. I don't know. I just don't think so. So, I mean, there's that, you know? And then I don't really know. I never played Turtle WoW, so I don't know what the hype was with Turtle. I don't know what their servers were like. I don't know any of that stuff, so I couldn't really attest to why it was so hyped up, aside from the fact that I know that their advertisement directly targeted World of Warcraft. Ascension's does not. So, we'll see. We'll see on that. To answer your question, Project, CoA servers are not on the live server. They are still technically on PTR. We just went from alpha to beta. So it's technically a closed beta currently. I feel like since big content creators join Turtle WoW, like Nixium, being big WoW content creator, pull attention on Turtle for sure. There is that. But I think more than that is, like, I think if somebody say, like, what's his name? Axmedon, or whatever his stupid name is. I can never remember it. I'm sure if he came over and started talking about it, or even someone like Pirate Software came over and started talking about it, that would probably draw some attention. But yeah, what really drew Blizzard's attention and ire is the fact that Turtle WoW made advertisements on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and even here on YouTube, and basically said, hey, look, here you go, Blizzard. Here's how you do your thing better, and we're crushing it. And Blizzard didn't like that. Blizzard went, wait a minute, time out. If you're gonna target us, buddy, yeah, we're gonna come at you. And honestly, the lawsuit was more about the fact that they were making money than the fact that they stole the IP. Because if it had been about the IP, they would have just carried on anyway, because they're out of country, and there was nothing Blizzard really could do about it. What caused them to actually go ahead and agree with Blizzard was the fact that Blizzard went to... Oh, Lord. There we go. Blizzard basically went to all of the vendors that they have for, like, PayPal and stuff like that and said, hey, we've got these court cases going. If you take money from these people, we're gonna come after you guys too. And they didn't want to lose money. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they legitimately went off and did that. When I left there, I gave a few randoms 50 aura of XP. When I actively played, I think I should have a few spare when I get on next. If you want, I'll send them. Yeah, I would love that. I was just talking about probably doing that tomorrow. Getting me some scrolls, specifically for when like I play with Dev, my friend, so that we level a little bit faster since we won't have heirlooms to level faster. Yo, thank you for the sub, Spider. Mohammed, it is not free unless you had access to the Rexar server. So the alpha version of the game, if you had access to it, you have free access to the Vol'jin server. Yes, so if you had access to Rexar, you can come play here on Vol'jin absolutely free. You also will have one code that you can give to a friend, or one invite. It's not really a code, it's an invite, if you go look at it, to invite any of your friends for free to the game. Do I need another one of these guys? I do not. Okay, so we're good there. Let's see. We all know Blizz is probably going to throw out Classic Plus, most likely after BlizzCon this year. That being said, at least in my opinion, they will go after enemy. I agree that they will probably go after anyone that is actively trying to claim Classic Plus. I think that's part of the reason why Ascension rebranded their stuff as WoW Reborn or whatever it is. True, I have both CA bundle and got invite for a friend in account tab. Yeah, so stop running away. What the heck? I hate when it does that. It's gonna run like 8 miles away and then come back at me. See, here it comes. Oh, nice. And yes, if you had access to Rexar, you automatically, your account just has a invite for Vol'jin. Like, I got a question for you guys though. Just because of the name of the server. Who was y'all's favorite war chief for the Horde? Like, I know Alliance players still have their favorite war chief, so don't give me that, oh, I played Alliance nonsense. Like, y'all definitely have a favorite war chief. Garrosh Hellstream? Really? I mean, he's a good one, don't get me wrong, but... Garrosh was a goat for sure. They killed them for being too much of a man. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, he's a good one. And look, that one's gonna go run off. Oh, there's the rare. Dude, it's massive. Wait, I thought, Variant, isn't he the human king, right? The one that dies? Isn't that in Legion, where he gets nuked? See, Vol'jin's my number one, followed by Thrall. With the exception of the new version of Thrall that they have in Midnight. Like, I'm not a fan of that particular Thrall. Yeah, Vol'jin's my number 2 dude. Thrall's my number 1 dude. And then, like, I don't know too much about the leadership over on the Alliance side, unfortunately. I will say, one of the things that's starting to irk me, though, about retail is the fact that they created these big bad guys, and we're like, oh, okay, we're supposed to hate on that guy from now on. And then as soon as the next expansion comes back, it's like, oh no, they're not the big bad guy. They weren't supposed to be a big bad guy. They were really trying to do us a solid and save the world, you know? And we're like, what? Get off me. Alright, didn't kill it. I'm dead. See, that's the thing, is like, that's what I'm talking about, though, Spider, is Sylvanas starts off being like this super cool, like, for the Horde, I need to regather everybody back up, because, what's-his-face just tried to destroy the Horde during Mist of Pandaria, and so I've got to bring everybody back together, and then they turn her into the big bad, and they're like, oh my god, she's so terrible, like, what? And then they go off and they're like, oh, well, actually, she's not that bad. She actually knew of this other crisis before anybody else. And so now, you know, like, we get the backstory of her really trying to put the world together. And I'm just like, bro, you can't tell me that she's a good person, then a bad person, then a good person again. Like, what the heck? I'm not sure what you mean by Arthas on that. Like, Arthas, I mean, if you played Warcraft through all of those, like, Arthas was kind of just a turd all around. Luna Blizz, yes, this is a new server for CoA. It is Vol'jin. It's the beta that just launched today. Right around 4 p.m. Central Time. But see, that's the thing though, Spider. My thing is if it was Garrosh that was doing all that stuff, that's what makes me mad. Is like they bring him in as war chief, and if you haven't noticed, aside from Vol'jin who dies, and Thrall who gives it up, all of the other war chiefs that they've brought in have turned out to be a big bad. It's like every X-Pack has been the same for the Horde over and over again. It's like, oh no, your war chief is now a terrible person. Are there any updates, or is it just a more public release? I'm not sure about a public release. I do know that they are giving away access more readily for this. But yes, there's a lot of updates. Classes, like race and class combinations have changed up. Jeez. I'm just taking so much damage. But there are new class race combinations. Some didn't make sense. Like Undead got Templar, but if you read the description for Templars, they don't like the Undead. So weird, but alright. And then there's some new additions to the character loadout screen. So if you don't know what you want to play, there's actually a help me, so you can figure out what, you know, all the different DPS classes, all the different tank classes, all that kind of stuff. So Horde doesn't even have War Chief now, they have a council. Yeah, see, that should tell you how long it's been since I've actually paid attention to all that jazz, but yeah. See, a daily reminder that it's more beneficial to get a refer a friend from you over 4 of XP and the current passive effects. Oh my gosh! Nope, I'm dead. I just take so much damage for some reason. Who lived? That's my last eyeball I needed. Let's go ahead and create some more Thunder Brew here. Son of our Blood Mage was OPAF in Alpha when cap was 50. Nice. Yeah, I didn't know that. I will play Demon Hunter in retail WoW, so I will go for Felsworn and CoA. Spidey, what I will tell you, or Spider, sorry. What I will tell you is the Felsworn, in my opinion, does not play like a Demon Hunter does in retail. They look similar, but with the combos, the different mechanics that they added for it, and the fact that it has an actual spellcaster build, it doesn't really play to that type of strength, or to that type of archetype, so to speak. It is really fun to play. I will say that it is a fun class to play, but if you're looking for something that is Demon Hunter adjacent in here, unfortunately, I wouldn't agree that that's what it is. Yeah, okay. I mean, I can see that as the Devourer, sort of. Just know that it is combo based, more like a rogue. Like, one skill leads into another skill to make it more powerful. At least when I did the, when I was working on build guides, that's what it was when I first leveled the Fellsworn, because that was the first one I hit 60 on, just FYI. Fellsworn was our very first 60 on the channel. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a little different. That's all. And as far as Blood Mage goes, Project, when we leveled it, we did it as a tank. Because I did a challenge to myself where I leveled 1 healer, 1 tank, 1 range DPS, and 1 melee DPS. So our range DPS ended up being the Fellsworn. The melee DPS was a, I think we did the Brigand, if I remember correctly. No, it wasn't. I don't remember what the melee was. And then we did for healer, we did the Sun Cleric. And I think that was... No, we didn't do a melee because at the time there wasn't really a melee that I enjoyed that I wanted to level all the way to 60. So we did the Ranger as a physical range DPS. But then we ended up also leveling a Necromancer to 60, and then we also leveled up a... what else did we get? I've leveled quite a bit to 60. I just, off the top of my head right this second, I can't remember what all I've done to 60. Let's see. Stormbringer, Fellsworn, Blood Mage, Ranger. That's pretty much it. Everything else I've leveled to at least like 40, 45. Whether that was on stream or off camera, playing with Devin, stuff like that. Are you joking? Seriously? I have a hot take on Classic Plus for Blizz. I will like to see if the retail characters and graphics I see some sort of split between Classic and Modern client like Ascension have it. I am not a fan of old like old Classic stuff. My thing is like, here's the deal. They brought out Classic originally. Originally, the idea behind Classic was for the people who started World of Warcraft like I did in vanilla, where you had to level up your weapons. You had to, you know, it was a slog. It was a grind to get to max level. But when you got there, you felt like you accomplished something, right? Whereas at the time, you could, in probably 6 hours of just straight gameplay on retail, hit max level. You had a legendary just handed to you. So, real no challenge there. And it was just, it was crazy. Like, so like I feel like they really tried to bring back that achievement base feel for hitting max level with Classic when it first came out. And then the hardcore community got a hold of it, and so then it became, you know, well, you could do it in normal play, but what you really want to do... Oh my god, we're taking so much damage. Sheesh. But yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where, like, you really didn't feel accomplished in... Okay, Voodoo Troll's hurt, bro. No, I didn't want to heal. I didn't know I could heal them. Oh. We're running. Okay, stop chasing me, please. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Retail has felt like a complete letdown for a long time. Classic has felt like it's getting to being at that point. So, I don't know, you know? I wish we were 10 already, though. It'd make this so much easier. And the reason why these guys do so much damage goes is that stupid ball lightning crap. Tried to invite that guy from way over here. I wonder if I can sneak around and ask them to invite me. I doubt it, though. See if I can... I'll help do damage. Because these are just tags. Hopefully. Okay. We're done with the Hex. We just need Zalazane and more, see if I can invite this guy. Want to invite? Party up, bud? I guess not. Okay. Trying to be polite, bruh. Because you're a... What are you? You're a chronomancer. I know I was making fun of your class earlier, bud, but come on. Don't be mean to me. Oh, but you're gonna use my book like that, bro? Okay. Oh, okay, I see why. Four more voodoos. Why does it discolor the word slow? Suggest invite. Am I able to heal him? Oh, I am! Holy dope! Okay, boom, there we go. Two more. We're definitely gonna hit 10 when we get back to turn all this in, which is gonna be super nice. Where's my mouse? There we go. One more voodoo. Not that I need this dude to, like, stick around or anything, but there's one. All right. Whew. Okay. Now let's go turn all this in. We're going to hit level 10, which is phenomenal for us. Man, I watched one of those guys' videos today, and now I get nothing but his videos. That's insane. Intellect increased by 2 on top of the intellect I give myself. Nice. Have you played any of the Rune Master melee specs? Yes. Right before the servers went down, we had just started playing Rune Master. I forget what level we got him to. But we had just really started getting into the Rune Master, we tried the Spellcaster. And then when we got to level 10, we realized that it required Spirit, and none of our account-bound items, heirloom items, whatever you want to call them, were not Spirit-based, because they don't have a Spirit-based set, which I think is dumb. Then we tried the two-handed for a little bit. Didn't like it because it felt like it was attacking too slow. And then when we went dual wield, and we loved it because of how fast it was taking stuff down. Both melees, I believe, are agility based. And we do have agility armor. Or agility heirlooms, rather. So I really liked the dual wield. It felt way stronger, way more powerful, especially early on. I want to say we got into the 20s, 30s, something like that, before our guy died. Level 10. Alright, so all intellect. I think because we can do dungeons, I'm going to go lightning. I normally go maelstrom, though. But just to kind of give you a quick rundown of them. Lightning, we're going to get dealing spell damage now has a 5% chance to grant you Electrocutioner chance based on static level. Your next electrocute within 8 seconds is usable regardless of target's health and generates 10 additional static. Nice. We'll eventually get back over to the Rune Master when as we go, because I'm going to get each class up to max level so we can do build videos for everybody. Let's see, we also get Body of Lightning as our primary thing. This is actually a really good one. And then you get Arc of Thorum. This thing hits like a truck. This is what I mean by boss killer build in Lightning. Maelstrom eventually gets some AoE, but this is your primary AoE with one giant spell. So we're going to be going Lightning because I'm going to try and do some dungeons. So I don't see, right off the rip, I don't see any major changes. I mean, this has a new look to it, which is nice. We have a level 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Nice. Okay. So
Relax.
let's see. This was strength agility. That is terrible for us. I gotta turn in all of the quests real quick. We're gonna empty out our bags, figure out what we got in our nice little chests here. This is for a quest back in main town. That's for a quest back in the main town. That is Strange Dust, which we need. I am gonna go... I need to repair gear, figure out if we get any new gear.
How you doing, man?
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
We got nada. None of that helped
We
us.
got the good stuff, man.
Aside from money.
Stay away from the voodoo.
But we're level 10. There should be... Yep, this guy right here, so we can repair real quick.
Who you be? Later.
Nothing there. Okay, let's try to upgrade our skills real quick so we can finish that quest. There we go. I played Engineer in Guild War 2, so I'll probably play the Tinker. Seems super cool. Tinker actually is because, for those who don't know, they actually got new, like, pet things that you can get. Regardless if you're going the melee class or the ranged class or any of that jazz. Or spec, rather. You now have a Mechano Bear and a Mechano Wolf. So whether you're needing a tank or a DPS pet, you have access to those now. I don't know what level I want to say it's at 10 that you get access to those, but I'm not 100% sure. It has an explosives build. It has a... Oh, yeah. Yeah. They got a lot of cool stuff, Zipper. So, they've changed it up quite a bit. So... We'll definitely be getting to that one, too. Definitely one of the cooler design classes, I think. It definitely has some uniqueness to it. I 100% agree. 100% agree. I'm surprised I'm able to bounce back and forth like this right now. With as many people as we had on earlier, like when we first started, there were so many people I didn't think we were going to be able to complete this quest. Having issues with my download, itching to get in. I've heard a lot of people have been having issues with getting the download to finish, which I think is odd. I mean, they had like 4 or 5 updates yesterday, and then I was a little upset. I got on this morning because I was going to stream this morning before work, and it was still down, and I was like, you know what? I just didn't feel like doing more Bronzebeard content, especially since it seemed like this was going to pop at any moment. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to... Oh. I don't know why I thought that said glittering scorpid, and everything else out here is clattering scorpid. And I was like, hold up. Is that a rare? Hey, we played with this guy earlier. Doctor Who. And technically, all we need to do is tag stuff. All I got to do is tag your stuff, my guy. Feel free to pull as much as you want. Bud, you get credit just for the tag. Stormbringer animations are looking crisp. I really, really love the Stormbringer. I need to look and see if it's still level 15 for Dungeon Queue. Is it Shift O? No. Control O? Whatever. I don't remember what it is. Oh, I can't even click it. Holy cow. So, yeah. Definitely higher than 10. And it seems like they booped Mana Storms. So that's kind of a bummer. I'll do all that later. I was afraid of that. Hey. Whoa. Looky there, got a Blood Mage, level 10. Blood Mage tank. A good setup, man. Has a lot of lifesteal. Oh, he's playing hardcore. I can't tag his stuff. Or maybe not hardcore, but he's doing a challenge because I can't tag it. Whoop. I don't think I can take on that level 9. I like how he can attack my stuff, but I can't attack his stuff. Yeah, you can have the, Oop. I mean, I appreciate the assist, my guy. Thank you. I would have invited him, but we're not doing the same challenge, so... Like, he's on a challenge, and I am sadly not. I've been raiding on Epoch, and mostly want to try something new, get out of my comfort zone, and this feels like it is the one. Man, I absolutely love Ascension. I haven't tried really a whole lot of the other ones. I mean, I've played Area 52, Loon, and Bronzebeard, but outside of that, I haven't really done anything. Let's see. Zipper, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Or the sub, rather. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the guild. Oh, oh. There we go. We just need 2 more of those. Oh, Loney, that hit. Sam, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the guild. I need 3 more sailors, 2 more marines. Then we can go run and do encroachment, so we can turn everything in. I may switch over to, when we hit level 11, just because I know how much faster we can take out targets, I may switch over to Maelstrom, and then when we hit 15, we'll just swap back over for dungeons, for the AoE damage. This is going to be the last marine that I need. And now we need to go find... let's see. You accept... These go down here, because we still need a ton of it. Open this. I don't want to give up the spell power and haste, though, man. Now, as soon as we hit 11, we're gonna switch back over to Maelstrom, because I know for a fact. Here's why I'm saying that, right? If I go over to Maelstrom, oh, we don't get it anymore. Whoa! It's now a level 13 skill. Ugh. What is Tempest Solver? Enhances some of your spells with the power of the Maelstrom, transforming your shock into brine and call lightning. Oh. Interesting. Oh, that is hugely different. Storm Ascendance. Increases your magic damage. Wow. Oh, there are some big changes. Okay, okay. This didn't change much. That's our AoE skill right there. Let's see. picking up my last agua, y'all. Ooh, it is 11 o'clock, man. We'll probably finish all of these quests here. And then we'll see how I feel about it after that. I know at a certain point we can make brine, which is technically shock. We can make it AoE. I just don't know where in the tree it is and what level we would need to be for that. So we do have Body of Lightning, and if it's static base, is it still cooldown? Yeah, 45 seconds. Yo, this is available to anyone on the PXR client or only people who bought the alpha. It is currently available to anyone that's had the alpha, so they can now automatically get beta. And then on top of that, anybody... Oh, I'm out of static. I'm like, why is my skill not working? Anybody that has had alpha has a invite code, so if you know anybody that's played on alpha, they can invite you in for free. I have one such invite. I am trying to figure out a way to do a giveaway for it. To try and make it as fair as possible. And out of static. All right. But yes, as soon as I can think of a way to make it as fair as possible for somebody to get a free invite into the beta server, Vol'jin, I will definitely put that up, and we will do it on a stream, and somebody will win it. I just don't know how I want to do it yet. Yep, if you've had alpha, you automatically have access to get in. So you just have to update your PTR launcher, and you'll be good to go. Ooh, this dude hits like a truck. He can invite me to the beta. Yes. As long as he hasn't already used it, he is able to invite you in. They changed a lot more than just the class colors, man. They changed the starting gear. They changed a lot of the race class combo. So I mean, there's a vast difference now on stuff. So that's kind of the reason why I'm running an Undead Stormbringer, because I don't remember Undead having access to the Stormbringer originally. I could be wrong. I just don't remember it. We need 2 more Dust Runners, and we need 1 more... No, we're done with the Battle Guard, so it's just the Dust Runners that I need. There's a part of me that wishes they would have left the Rexar server up so that I could show comparisons of like what it used to be and what it is now, you know? Would have made a nice video for me. Cultist and Venomancer? Yeah. What specs, Boyd, did you play on both of those? Because I tested the tank build on Cultist, and I tested the poison build on Venomancer. Rose, yes, this is the beta for CoA. It went live today at around 4 p.m. Central. Sadly, I was at work, but thankfully, work phones went down for some reason, and so they let us go home early, since using phones is basically our entire job in my department. No, this is still on PTR.
Strength and honor. Blood and thunder.
What are you looking for? Glory to the whole. Zug, zug.
Speaking of a Venomancer, there's one right there in front of me. Fortitude on the Venomancer, Heretic, Fortitude.
Blood and thunder.
I don't remember which one that is for the Venomancer. But nice.
Stronghold.
Scorpion tank. Okay. I don't think I ever tried the tank on the Venomancer. I tried the poison one just because it had a really cool form that I like. I also tried the healer back when, like, everyone was playing a Venomance healer. So...
Go for the victory.
level 11.
Strength. What do you need?
Arc of Thorum. Such a great spell. Actually, I want to put that there. Because I have macros for both of these. Though, apparently, I don't remember these requiring static to cast. I thought they just had a cooldown and a mana cost. Now they are a static cost. So, I guess that's better? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to go out here. Let's see, it is 11:09. We got plenty of time. There's a part of me, though, that wants to change over to Maelstrom and see... Oh, yeah, we're changing. Hold up. Come on, let me... Bam. Okay, so here we go. This right here is the most powerful build or spec ever, right? So you build up a little bit of static. It takes 20 static, right? But while casting this, I can throw brine. So let me get up. And now I have infinite static. forever. As long as I have at least 20 when I start casting Stormflow, I can cast Brine all day long. And then when it builds up, I can just chuck Torrential Wrath. Used to you had Torrential Wrath and Call Lightning. Apparently it changed it to now where it morphs. See, Torrential Wrath. Boom, got the proc for that, so it does a ton of damage. So much better. Phenomenal gameplay design on them too. It's just a better Guardian Druid on retail is the best comparison I can give on Fortitude Venomancer. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really a bear tank either for retail. I attempted it a couple times, but it is not my strong suit. Tanking in general is not my strong suit, sadly, but it is what it is. There's a Worldforged loot item here. There's another one way over there on another boat. Let's see. That boat right there. If you feel like running to it. And then if you follow the coastline that way a little ways, you will find a Worldforged fishing rod. For anybody that wants to get fishing, because it gives you like +10 or +5 to your fishing skill. So, there is that. Oh, the fact that we got... That is just awesome. Love it. Wear that. Anything that gives me more int on cloth, that's what we need. Intelligence, haste, hit, crit, all good stuff. So we cast one of these. And we're gonna come over here, we're gonna pick up this dude's quest, and then we go in the cave.
Got the best deals anywhere.
But yeah, once we can start doing dungeons, absolutely, we're gonna tear through some dungeons. Just eats through enemies, man. Love it. This is why I tell people all the time, my favorite spec is Maelstrom, man. It's the amount of damage I can do. Launch. Because, like, you get conductive, and that increases the amount of damage that Torrential Wrath can do. And when you have full stacks, that's when it gets the proc bar around it, too. And then I can sit here and go, Torrential Wrath, delete! Six. That's right. I make 7. What's sad is I live in a house with kids that is what I hear in my head anytime somebody says those two numbers next to each other. The fact that we're slowly getting to the part where there's not other people doing the same quests we're on is awesome. They make that guy look like he's supposed to be like some big, tough bully, and he really just isn't. These stacks last longer, I think. I feel like these used to have like a 10-second tops. And now they feel like they're lasting like 50 seconds. Doesn't look like those guys have respawned, so I'm going to just come over here. There's a couple more Meridons that I can take out, and then there's another sorceress up here too. And there we go. All them questies are done now, yo. To think, we've been going for just over 3 hours, and we have completed the starting zone for the undead. We've completed the starting zone. Bro, that sword is so dope. It's a polearm. To look like the notorious aspirant's greatsword of bronze.
Yo.
Yo. It's crazy. Woody day. Alright, so we got these two turn-ins. I'm trying to think if I've got the patience to deal with my nose being stopped up and my ears feeling
Blood and thunder.
none of that matters.
Strength and honor.
Road to the other side. It's a dungeon quest. But we've got the Wondrous Wisdom Ball. So any dungeon quest that could pop while we're doing stuff will pop for us no matter what.
Loktar.
52, 60, 59, 60.
With honor.
Plus we have that. And that didn't give us nothing either. Quest. Quest.
What do you need?
I'll just finish up this area here, and then we'll call that good for today. And then what we'll end up doing is,
Be safe.
I know I probably shouldn't have thrown that ring away, but meh. Once we can do dungeons, anything that we've crafted or gotten for ourselves is going to be a moot point. But what we're going to do is we're going to go turn in shinies. We're going to then run straight up and pick up Razlak's quest. Then we're going to come over here. We're going to pick up Misha's quest, run out here. Because the way I do it is I pick up this quest. I'm going to run along the road to pick up Razlak. And then we come back down and across so that we can pick up all the bags. We can get the harpies. We pick up Misha's quest. We run over to the water. We do the alligators there. And then we come across, do Fizzle Darkstorm. That way, all we have to do is run out, turn in Misha's quest, run up, turn in this quest, turn in Fizzle, run up here, and turn in his. What's new with CoA? Long-time tester here. So what's new with CoA? A lot of different class combination, class and spec combos. So that's one thing. The fact that it went to beta. I'm like honestly trying to think of some other stuff here. We haven't really explored too much into it, to be honest with you, with the beta from the alpha, but there's definitely different, like the leveling experience is a little bit different. It doesn't feel as fast, obviously, because we don't have access to heirlooms right now. But really, outside of that, most of it's going to be class and race customizations have changed. The starting gear for each class has changed. Skills obviously have changed. I mean, like beforehand, this was not a thing. Tempest Solverin, it was Stormflow was right here, and then it immediately went into boosting Stormflow, and over here was boosting, getting health and more damage and stuff like that. So there's definitely a lot that has changed, but we just haven't gotten into enough of it yet to really be able to be like, these are all the changes. Like before we get off, what I'll do is I will log out of this character and show you guys the new character screen if you guys haven't seen it yet. But yeah, there's a ton Paladin that has changed. So if you're interested in seeing more content as we level this guy up to 60 so we can start doing builds for him, and then starting over with a new character for leveling a different class. Obviously, I mean, biggest thing I could recommend is to join the guild by subbing to us there on YouTube so that you'll notice anytime I go live. But my goal, that's another bag, by the way. Can't sell it. Don't need it because it's not as big as the current bags that we have here with 22 slaughters. My goal, just so you guys know, is to get this guy to 60 so I can start doing the builds there for this dude, and then move on from there to doing a different class to get those builds up. There we go. Bag number 1. But yeah, so I'll do a build video for all 3 builds. For this class, we'll get another class up to 60 and do build videos for that. And we'll eventually get all 21 classes. It will definitely take a hot minute to get them all done, but I promise you, unless the server goes from beta to live, we'll definitely have it all done before that happens. Hopefully there's no huge major updates between now and the server going fully live, but if there are, obviously we will cover whatever we can. But that is my goal. My goal is to get out as many build guides as I can, get out leveling guides, professions guides, add-ons, whole bunch of stuff, including streams. Just so you guys know, my stream schedule is a little different this month, as I now close on Sundays and Mondays, which means I can stream early morning on Sundays and Mondays. And then Tuesday, Wednesday is my opening shifts, as well as Thursday. Tuesday will be our non-stream day because I will be going and bowling on Tuesdays, which means Thursdays will now become a stream day. And then Fridays and Saturdays I will be off now. So, dang, somebody came through and ripped out all of the yellows. No bueno. That's fine. I know where to find a bunch of those, so I'm not too worried about it. So Fridays and Saturdays will be the videos or the days where I stream in the morning and then try to work on a video to get out a video later in the week. So the first video that we drop, I will probably end up making like 2 or 3 videos though on Friday and Saturday in order to start getting some content out. They definitely won't be build guides, but they will probably be like what add-ons I use, going over the character selection screen, things of that nature. So we'll definitely see. So hopefully if you guys are interested in seeing that content, please, please, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when it comes out. Okay. Let's see. So we've already collected all 5 bags that we needed. We just need the 5 yellow harpies, but we didn't see any. We need Fizzle's Claw, and we need Kron's Amulet. That's from the alligators here. Wasn't that one. Still don't have Kron's Amulet. There we go. It's a weird message I just got on Facebook, but alright. Now, here's a bummer I just realized. This is still set to Brill. So, even if I wanted to do the Hearth mechanic that sometimes I'll do when I drop down to do Fizzle, I can't do that here. Because if I do, I'm going to end up in Brill. Which is not what I want. I need to go out and around. There are 2 safe-ish ways to drop down here so that you can do Fizzle with no problem, and I don't see anybody down there doing him right now, which is awesome. I know when Bronzebeard dropped, oh my god, it was a nightmare trying to get Fizzle, man. It's probably still gonna be a nightmare, but got it. Now if we die, I don't care. Get up the hill. As long as it's not the elite, I'm not worried about these guys. If we were doing leatherworking, I would 100% nuke all of them. And as long as I don't get knocked off my mount, we should be alright. In theory. I could be wrong, because this is starting to hurt. I don't think we're gonna make it alive. Because here comes more lightning bolts. Oh. Oh. We got LOS just at the right time. Nice. I thought we were gonna bite the dust on that one, y'all. Almost midnight my time, so
Zug zug.
definitely turn all this stuff in. Let's hope that our harpies are up here so that we can just run through here and then up to turn in those bags. Actually, we'll take out these harpies so that we can then go turn in that and fizzles. And about to hit level 12, which is nice. We've got plenty of this, so tomorrow morning, while we wait in town, we'll probably do some professions, start working on a little bit of enchanting, get some more tailoring up so we can start making more gear for ourselves. But like I said, as soon as we hit 15, I'm telling you, man, when we can start doing dungeons, it's going to be dungeon queues and questing, and that's it. We're going to speed level so much faster. Because with, oops, I didn't mean to click on it, but with this guy here, like, out in the overworld, he can't do anything. But as long as we pop him while we're inside a dungeon, if that dungeon has any quests associated with it at all, we get those quests. Alright, so we could go with Body of Lightning, because we know that's a really good one. Arcane Lightning increases our int and spirit by 5. That's a good one. We're going to grab that first, and then we're going to get Body of Lightning when we hit 14.
What can I help you with? Go for the victory.
Okay, let's turn this in. And then I'm going to go ahead and call that a night, everybody. I really hope you guys have enjoyed tonight's stream. Like I said, we will be back on tomorrow morning between 8:30 and 11 a.m. Central Time. So hopefully you guys are able to come join us for that. Oh, got another buff. Alright, so this one is called Barometric Pressure. Thicken the air around us. Within 20 yards, it slows the movement speed of enemies by 15% and reduces their cast speed by 10%, which is nice. So now we have increased intellect by 3 and our haste by 3%, as well as giving us more armor from all of our gear. And now we put on that, so we have all 3 buffs running. So we're slowing them down, slowing their cast speed. I like how it says their movement speed by 0%, but it's 10%. And then their cast speed by 10%. And then we're gaining 3% haste, 3% int, and some other stuff as well. So, getting plenty and plenty of buffs. We are now 3 levels away from being able to do dungeons. We're going to work on getting us some more gear tomorrow morning via doing some professions here. I'm going to have that working while we talk. But that's what we're going to be working on tomorrow morning. So if you guys would love to see that, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. It does 2 things. One, it lets me know I'm doing a fantastic job. But more importantly, it lets you guys know when I go live, so you can see more content like this. If there is a class that you want to see, or a spec that you think I should be playing, please let me know in the comment section as well. I do read all the comments, guys. I may not respond to all of them, but I definitely read all of them. I do my best while I'm at work, not doing other things, to respond to you guys. So hopefully I see you guys in the comment section. But But yeah, if there's a class or spec that you guys think I should be trying, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. If you guys have any tips or tricks for me to make the Stormbringer a little bit better, please let me know that as well. I'm not the be-all, end-all when it comes to builds. I'm always trying to learn to be a little bit better. So if you've got some tips or tricks for me, please let me know. I'd love to hear them. Other than that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. Be loved. Be blessed. And as always, stay legendary. Peace out, heroes.